and I want to do something kind of bright, kind of cheerful, because it's kind of sad and gray today. Also, I do apologize for how congested I sound. My allergies are kicking my ass this week. But it's supposed to be like rainy literally all week and cold. Cold is the emphasis. I'm wearing long sleeves again. Bless. So I think I want to do something kind of yellow. I don't do yellows. Yellow's not my favorite color. I don't think I look good in them. But I think I have a plan. This is the Colourpop Matte About Hue palette, if I know how to open this. And I think I'm going to start off with the shade Elephant. And I'm just going to start kind of placing this right about here and very lightly blend it out. Keep it here. I can't even see that. So, we're going to take some of Elephant and some of Bus Stop together and just go over where I put that originally. Very lightly, I want this very soft and diffused. Oh, so I finally finished Righteous Gemstones. I've been trying to watch the same episode for like 2 weeks at this point, and I just kept getting interrupted. And I'm by myself today. I have no plans. So I watched like the last 4 episodes. It was fine. I did not like the ending at all. One bit. But what do I know? But relatively, I still really enjoy the show. And it is a show that I will probably end up rewatching at some point in time. So there's always that. On a little kind of like flat-ish brush, I guess, I'm going to take the shade Can Do, and then I'm just going to do what I usually do and just line my lash line. Just to give it a little extra. Because this is, when I say this is going to be a very like simple and no frills kind of eyeshadow look, I mean it. Kind of want to go for that butter yeller. I kind of want to go for that butter yellow trend that's been going around. That is just, especially with how everyone does that on their nails, I cannot. I do not think that would look good on me whatsoever. But like, it looks so good on literally everyone else, and I'm always, like the last time I went, I'm like, ooh, butter yellow. And then I'm like, I had yellow nails once and I was itching to take them off. So I don't think it was a good idea. It was a good idea that I didn't do yellow again. And then I'm switching to the Lunar Beauty Lifestyle Drag Facelift palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Cake Face, which is just the white. And I'm just going to pack that on the inner corner and then up on the brow bone too. Like I said, simple, no frills kind of look today. It's funny because I was home relatively early yesterday after my errands, and I could not get in the zone makeup wise. So, and I'm working an extra day or 2 this week, so my filming days are a little messed up, so may as well still try to get ahead while I can. But I will probably edit the video I filmed on Sunday during the week, because I do have it at least on my phone and in CapCut already, so I don't need to spend the time importing the video clips. And I'm just going to kind of go back in and reinforce those yellows and blend it out a little more. I'm going to take some of that Elephant shade and place it like here, because I don't have a lot of eyeshadow like sticking there for some reason. So I'm just going to place it there on both sides to kind of help marry the deeper yellow and the white. I'm actually taking some of the Cake Face shade from the Lunar Beauty palette on like a flat brush. And I'm just going to kind of start highlighting. There we go. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I need Lunar Beauty to come out with a single of Cake Face because I'm not justified buying a whole other palette just for this one shade. See, like I said, something simple, something a little bright. I'm gonna find a slightly smaller pair of lashes and I will be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back and ready to move on to my base. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. Switching it up a little. Not really, but still. I honestly might try to do another look after this because it's only like the 308. So if I do this, get finished by 3:30, I can take off my makeup, go downstairs, have a snack, and then come back up and do my makeup before dinner again. Get really ahead of the game here. Again, I am so sorry about being like congested. Like I said, allergies. Not a fun time. I have been forcing Claritin and Benadryl down my throat for the past like 4 days and it's still not helping that much. But say lovey. And then this is from belif, I don't know. But these are the Super Drops Niacinamide Golden Glow Serum. These are really thick actually, but it did give my face a nice low sheen. I'm not doing anything here because it's not really, it's thick enough that I don't need to do it like I'll put it everywhere. It's thick enough that I don't need to like actively apply it. I can't explain it, but I don't need to do because when I do here, it's enough for my whole face. Does that make more sense? These also smell really good, and I don't usually like scented products on my face in makeup or skincare. But like these smell really good. I don't know what they smell like, but they smell good. And this is definitely really expired. But this is from NARS. This is the Light Reflection Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. I'm just gonna do 2 little dots for now. I'm rolling up my sleeves a little. I'm taking my Makeup by Mario brush on the larger side, and I'm just gonna start very lightly. Like, look at that. She's fantastic. And I still have some on the back of my hand, so I can. But this is definitely a foundation that needs to be worked in very, very thin layers. Otherwise, it just looks weird. Again, it's on the slightly peachy side for neutral foundation, but I do find that some peach tone foundations like help bring a little bit of life back into my face, because obviously my face and my neck are 2 different colors, but if I match straight from my neck, I look very, very pale because I'm usually not, like, obviously even in my face. So something that's not exactly my neck color helps me look less ghastly, if you will. And then I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs Trichlone Skin Tech Concealer. This is the wrong shade. I grabbed the wrong shade. So I have multiple shades of the Haus Labs concealer. The shade I just accidentally applied is 05 Fair Peach, which is something I like to wear just by itself, because back to my whole peach kind of evens out my skin tone a little more. I meant to go in with 01 Fair Neutral. So we're going to apply a little bit of the peach on the other side too, just to get a little more even. But I'm going to go in with 01 Fair Neutral so I can kind of brighten things up a little. I knew I was going to make that mistake too, and I still didn't put away peach. And I'm just going to blend out with the smaller side of the Makeup by Mario brush. I don't want to go looking for a concealer brush right now. Also, I keep going in to reinforce the white on my eyeshadow because I'm just so paranoid that it's not going to show up at the end. It's just, I don't know. very carefully. Don't want to cover up said white. I'm going to switch to this side for a second. Next, I'm going to go in with the Milani Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in the shade 01 Honey. Surprise, surprise, the lightest shade. I'm just going to very lightly start. Because I don't want to, even though I'm looking very bright and summery, I don't want to be overly bronzed today. I mean, we'll also see what happens in 5 seconds when I accidentally apply way too much, but... Because, like, obviously I want this to show up on camera, at least. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Just make sure this is entirely blended out. Next, I'm going to go in with the product that I don't really use a lot, which is weird because I use its counterpart all the time. This is from e.l.f. This is the Camo Liquid Blush in the shade Cheeky Lychee, which was one of the newer shade extensions, which was still a few months ago, but still. And I'm just gonna... Like, I love this shade so much. But no, I don't use the blushes as much as I do the bronzer for some reason. Even though it's literally the same exact formula. But, what do I know? I can't explain my quirks. I always do, the few times that I do yellow on my eyes, I like a brighter blush. And this shade is just, she's stunning. I'm gonna carefully, there we go. Like, it's not quite sun-kissed in tone, but like, it's still a springy kind of vibe. For highlighter, I'm gonna use one of my new favorites. This is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Buttermelt highlighter in the shade Bright and Butter, which is like a light champagne-y kind of color. I was thinking of gold, but I don't like how like a gold highlighter looks on me. So we're just gonna do this. Oh yeah, there we go. Do a little. And for lips, I'm gonna start off with my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Anywhere Caffeine, like I almost always do. But she's my ride or die. So, and I'm loyal. Ooh, and I did buy a perfume today because Kayali came out with full-size versions of the like vacay bottles they did last year, and I love the Capri in the Summer or whatever it's called, the yellow one, the lemon one. I did use my entire mini, like the small one, and I didn't repurchase it just because I also have the Forever Mood one, and it's a very similar scent, but I have the mini of the Forever Mood one, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna treat myself to the full-sized Kayali one. So I could have gone into Boston to get it because apparently they were already in store, but I was not going outside today, so especially because I need to shower and wash my hair, so that's really not happening. And just gonna blend out this lip liner a bit. And naturally my camera battery died within the last like 5 minutes of me doing my makeup, but it's fine, everything's fine. I have this MAC lip gloss in the shade Cultured. I haven't used this before, so I don't know if this is gonna look okay. Actually, I'm gonna take a little bit of the blush that I used, and I'm just gonna kind of feather that in, and then I'll put the gloss on top. I'm just kind of taking like an eyeshadow brush. I feel like it looks better than a lip brush, and I'm just gonna start to kind of buff that in. Oh yeah, look at that lip. I need a lipstick this color, like honestly. Hello. Because I didn't want it so intense and in your face, so now we're gonna go in with the lip gloss. Looks to be like a light pink, has kind of a gold reflex in it. Well, I could have just put this, I could have just used this without the blush on my lips, I think, but it's fine. I don't know how I feel about the feeling of this. I'm gonna attempt to fix my hair because there's dry shampoo in it, so it may take a while, but I'll see you in a second. I'm ready, I'm back, my bangs are fixed. So, like I said, the look, I knew going into this, the look itself was going to be very simple, and it's not that. But the foundation on my nose is not, it's possibly the worst it's ever looked. So, that's fun. I don't think I like this lip gloss. It's very thick, and there's just something about it that I'm just not thrilled with. Like, it looks fine, but like there's something about it that I'm not vibing with. But this is the finished look. I think it came out relatively okay. Like, it's not my favorite look I've ever done, but it's cute, and like I said, it's something a little bright, a little cheerful, since it's kind of gray and sad outside today. So, but yeah.